Hey guys, I'm here at TerrifiCon, and with me today is New York's own Fantastic Four.
Hey, how you doing?
How are you?
It's great to finally meet you guys here at this convention.
Yeah, S.T.A.R. It's great.
So I wanted to ask, how did this group get started?
Well, we got started actually during the pandemic initially, where, you know, I've always wanted to do Reed Richards. I actually met John here at a different shoot where we were part of the Fantastic Four already, but I wanted to bring together a dedicated group, and we wound up, you know, meeting, shooting, you know, coming together and just having a fun time at cons and everything. I met Abby at, which is our Invisible Woman at one of the last cons before the pandemic, and then I've known Jason for almost, what, 10 years?
About that long, yeah.
Yeah, our thing. And yeah, that's a little brief history of how we met and, you know, what we really do.
Nice. So how many conventions do you guys go together?
This year will be a good first time that we've gotten the whole group together, to be honest.
Including New York Comic Con, which hasn't happened yet. It'll make it 4 times together, but 3 at the moment.
Gotcha. I mean, do you guys come to the conventions, like, even if not in costume, at least like together somewhat?
Sometimes. Most of the time, though, you know, Johnny flies in, and, you know, I stretch my way through things, and then he's just a big block that goes through, and no one's seen Invisible Woman in forever, so.
Gotcha. That's what I was curious. Like, are each of you all based in New York, or?
I am based in New York.
Westchester.
East Hampton, Long Island.
Jersey.
Okay, so pretty close. And do you guys do like other anything else besides convention appearances, like any other occasions?
I know we try to go to different things here or there, just if we're asked to, or, you know, if it's something that we believe in. I think our biggest thing was Fanfare, where, you know, it's a convention run by the school for the kids, to help them raise money for art projects and everything of that nature. But really, it really has to also go with our schedules as well.
Nice. Yeah, it's interesting that you got how you guys ran the Fantastic Four, because because nowadays people talk about with Avengers or Spider-Man, but, you know, it's nice to see, like, with these other heroes, you know, have a little more exposure.
Oh yes, I mean, I don't know about you guys, I've been a Fantastic Four fan since I was a kid. Reed Richards has always been.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. OG family. I mean, it's like one of the first teams of superheroes in comics, so we have to, you know, just pay some homage to that, because they don't get enough love. So it's nice that, you know, a lot of people seem to be very appreciative. Longtime fans seem to be really happy when they see us, so that always brings a smile to my face.
Oh yeah, I agree. Like, it's one of the few groups that don't have, like, so many conflicting egos together, like, where they're actually a family. And
I'm sure about that.
Well, at least there's not like 4 separate egos together.
I heard that.
I think the thing, and certain people would disagree with the egos, right?
You talking about me?
Not just you. There might be somebody else you have a grudge with.
I got to name a bunch of people. I can name all of them with my left hand. Left hand.
Well, at least your disruptions don't cause a civil war.
That is true. Might be called Secret Wars, but not Civil Wars.
Nice one. So what are your guys' thoughts on, like, the latest Spider-Verse movie that came out?
Awesome.
Oh, world.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
I loved it. It was mind-boggling. I mean, I feel like they just took the term Spider-Verse, and they really just broadened it out as big as they could. And I was just so thrilled with how they did it, and the way they left me wanting so much more was just like, I had to see it twice.
Yeah, I mean, the ending was completely unexpected. I had no idea it was a 2-part movie until the ending. I'm like, what? No, I'm not waiting another year.
Seriously. Solid film. Real solid film.
As solid as you?
Yeah, that's right, you with the jokes. Chucklehead.
Personally, I still like Into the Spider-Verse better, just because it focused more on, like, the main, like, 6. But it still was a great movie, and it well-paced with the right amount of jokes, and kind of, like, you know, it's just the right amount of tension as well. So, like, it had a good build, but there are certain characters I feel like they just put in there just for more fan service, as opposed to, like, actual functionality, and I'm hoping that that lead-in that happens, I won't spoil, but at the end, you know, brings it over to a good third movie.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the third movie has been paused indefinitely, so hard to say when that's coming out due to the strike. So hopefully at some point next year.
Yeah.
Hoping so.
Yeah, and I agree with you. Yeah, like the first one was more like, I say it was a better story with more focus on the 6 characters, especially with Miles. But I did like that we got to see more of the alternate versus Spider-Man, especially from India, and of course like Miguel O'Hara. Like,
Oh yeah.
like that guy is like intense.
Very. Like he just looks scary chasing him. I'm like, I felt bad for Miles. But then again, I'm in a pink suit when, you know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Hopefully for the sequel we get to see it. Although this is going to be probably a Spider War with people that are supporting Miles against people that are supporting Miguel, and not to mention the Spot.
Yeah. That character, I think it was a joke character actually still too. Like not just like in the beginning of the movie, but just in the comics. Like it was like, I think even Peter Parker, I couldn't remember if he laughed at him as well when they were trying to fight, but yeah, no, it's funny. It's funny they took that character and made it more serious.
Yeah, they took a really underrated villain, like a D-list villain that was barely in the comics, and he has so much potential his superpowers are just incredibly high on a list. So I think them using a guy like the Spot was very creative instead of your typical Green Goblin, Doc Ock, Venom, the usual guys.
Yeah.
So it was nice to see a really like bottom of the barrel villain brought up to a really powerful cosmic level. Thought that was cool.
Agreed, yeah, because like I remember the Spy, I think from like the 90s series. That's the only time I think I ever saw him outside like the comics, and even then it was like a 1-episode thing. After that it was just like one of his devices that has a similar power just to be used for teleportation.
Exactly.
Yeah, though I did like that scene like where he's like stealing the ATM, and there's like bread coming out of it. It was
really creative with the poles.
Now I'll never look at bagels the same way again.
Yep.
So I guess what are your thoughts, now you're all together, like, which Fantastic Four is your favorite movie-wise?
First one.
For
2005.
Yeah.
That one. That's my favorite.
Yeah, same here. I still enjoy watching it. I can't watch the second one with Silver Surfer and that thing that they try to call Galactus. No. And I never saw like the 2015?
Oh,
no, I didn't even.
I'm not a fan of that one.
Like I heard the toys were already clearance before the movie came out, so I'm like,
it was a rough time. It's a really rough time.
How about the animated one with She-Hulk? That was pretty good.
Yeah, well, the animated stuff is good for Fantastic Four.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And they also showed up in the Spider-Man 1990s cartoon. They showed up in the Earth's Mightiest Hero, the Avengers.
Yeah,
Yep.
that was a good one.
So,
Yeah, that was good.
especially you two.
That's right.
Yeah, poker night / fist fight between you and the Hulk.
The Hulk.
No, that jerk. I got some words for him. He ain't here, so I ain't gonna say it. But I don't like him.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to ask, like, what are your thoughts, like, with now that the MCU is going to be building, like, their own Fantastic Four now to be connected with the other Marvel movies?
I'm nervous, but I'm excited. I'm looking forward to what they end up doing with the characters. I'm hoping they bring comic accuracy in, but I'm excited for whatever they might, maybe a creative spin or something. But I'm hoping for a really successful, solid group, especially after the last movie not doing so well. I just want the MCU to have a really big win, and this is a really good team of characters to kind of bring back everyone's interest, I think.
Look, as long as I don't turn into spaghetti, I'm fine.
Yeah, like that decision just to explain one of your powerhouse's abilities may not be the best way to handle against Scarlet Witch, but...
Look, I tried to tell her to just calm down, thinking that she could do what she did, and look what happens. I didn't mean to underestimate her.
Well, hey, you made a good meme out of it.
Again, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
take revenge on her.
There you go.
What about you?
I'm looking forward to it, I guess. We'll see what happens. Keep your hopes low. You're not disappointed if it's good or bad, however the saying goes.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious if this would be like a time period piece set, like maybe it start like 1960s, 1950s.
Yeah.
But then something happens like, through like sci-fi mumbo jumbo where like
They can get lost.
So pull a Captain America almost.
Yeah.
Kind of, but at least like some dimensional wormhole or something. Like you just like
Yeah.
rediscover something, then like you get sent to like modern days or something.
That's
That would
why
be
like
really
I'm like I don't want to see another origin with them. I want them, but it's just weird to see them all of a sudden come in, but never be there for all of the battles that, like
Right.
Battle in New York. Where were they? Unless they were there and they just like kind of like shoehorn them in.
I think if you put them in like they got lost in space, then they took off in the 60s before every other superhero existed, kind of like would excuse their
Yeah.
absence. And then, they show up in modern times and it's like, what happened? All these
That'd be
events
great.
transpired and we missed it kind of thing. And now it's like, let's make up for lost time and
Yeah.
do whatever. So I think that'd be kind of cool.
And still acting like they're from the 60s. That'd be funny.
Exactly. Classic.
Although to me, the best moment is probably like when you two switched powers for a bit in Silver Surfer.
Oh,
Yes.
jeez.
That was so funny.
I liked having 5 fingers. That was nice.
I still kept my hair.
Yeah. Johnny, I tell you, Johnny.
Well, still, thank you all for being a part of this.
Oh,
You
no
got it,
problem.
our pleasure.
And you can find us with the New York Fantastic Four on Instagram. So if you help follow and show us a follow, likes on some of our stuff.
Sounds good.
All right, thank
Awesome.
you.
Thank you, man.
Thanks for watching, everybody. As mentioned before, be sure to follow the NYFantastic 4's Instagram page to see more of their content. And as usual, be sure to like and subscribe to this channel for more content. This is BD Knight, signing out.